Obviously disappointing. Just kind of can you just take us through the process of this summer and the injury overall?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, I fractured my ankle. I think it's like 6 years ago now. In playoffs when I was with Boston, and you know, over the last few years, it's starting to get worse and worse. And I've been able to manage it for so long now. And last year was definitely tough, trying to manage the pain level. And then this summer wasn't really able to do any of the things I need to do in order to prepare for the NHL season, and a lot of pain and stuff. So Doug's been great. Ray Burley's been great for me, and spent a lot of time on the phone with those guys, and obviously tried to work through it and find a way to train so that I could prepare for the season. And obviously we're here now because I couldn't, and I'm going to have to go in there and get it fixed. So long process for sure, drawn out, very stressful summer. Definitely one of the hardest things I've been through. So here we are today.
Torey, for us that'll never know what it feels like, what is the pain like, and literally like practice every day, game every day, you could feel it and just played through it?
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those things where over time it got worse, and anyone with arthritis knows that there's some good days and then there's some bad days, and I was able to tolerate it for so long, and we did many things to help with that, whether it's different treatments, done injections to try to help with the pain, and was able to do that, and for a long time, to be honest, playing hockey was one of those things that helped with it, because I was in a boot and you provided a lot of support that way. It was, for the most part, it was like the off-ice stuff that gave me a lot of issues. So when it got to the point where being on the ice was starting to hurt it a lot, that's when red flags were going up that it might be something I had to take care of. So it's tough. Yeah, to be honest, I don't know what a healthy ankle feels like. So as far as pain level goes, it's always there. And like I said, some days are better than other days.
So when you're talking about pre-arthritic condition, is this something you've always known that it has been, or is this just something that's recently come up, hey, this is what we might be dealing with here?
Well, it's always been something, I've talked to many doctors. It's been something that I was going to have to do regardless at some point in my life. Getting it taken care of as a 33-year-old professional athlete is a little bit different than, I thought I'd have to do it when I was 50 down the road and retired. And so I always knew it was one of those things that would have to be done. It's just disappointing and sad that it has to be now.
You talk about it being painful on the ice. Was that during last season or over the summer that were you trying to train?
Both. Like I said, last year I was able to manage it a little bit better. And then this year, or this summer, for so long I was able to find different exercises and sit on the bike a little bit more, which is, you're not weight bearing as much and putting too much on the ankle. And I thought, I can get away with that if I can just go skate for the whole summer and stay in shape that way. And obviously wasn't able to. So it has been, throughout the years, even the first year I came back from it was tough, but I've been able to get through it, and it's just been getting worse and worse.
So I'm glad you said that, because you try to do everything. I don't like when people second guess the timetable of when you do things, because the whole process. But was this a thought at the end of last season that maybe we get the surgery done, or was it always going to be, let's just keep trying the others?
No, I mean, sitting down with my wife and my family, I never thought I'd have to get the surgery this soon. I felt good, leaving St. Louis last year, and I thought the things that I was doing, I'd be able to continue to progress and play hockey. And the following, few weeks after that, when I picked up my training, like I said, there were some red flags where I had to get on the phone and talk to the Blues and let them know what was going on. And that's just the disappointing part, because I was, at the end of last year, I was fully prepared for another season in St. Louis and progressing my career.
How tough has it been mentally to think about missing an entire season as a veteran right now at this point in your career?
Yeah, it hasn't hit me too much. It has been mentally tough for sure, but I think now being around the rink and seeing the guys and watching the preparation that they're doing, that for 13 years now, that's what I've been doing. That's all I've known. Come September after Labor Day, you're gearing up for a training camp, and knowing that I'm not going to be playing this year, it's been a grind for sure. So the pain and stuff that we go through as athletes, a lot of it you can kind of push aside, and you don't understand and don't realize what it's going to do to you mentally. So I've been grinding a little bit on that front, but I've got a great support staff, and my family's been awesome. The Blues have been great as well. So my teammates have been awesome, and I'm gonna have to lean on a lot of people for sure.
Have you been assured, or do you feel confident enough that it's not going to affect the rest of your career moving forward after it?
We don't really know that, to be honest. It's just something that I got to take care of and kind of take it, day by day, week by week, month by month, and kind of go from there. Obviously, being out for the year, it's you can understand it's a pretty big surgery that I have to get, and looking forward, I can't forecast too much, but just got to stay in the moment.
It's natural though, but I mean, have you thought about that though? I mean,
Yeah, and that's that goes into the mental side of things that have been pretty tough for me. 33 years old, and when you miss a whole year of hockey, obviously those things cross your mind, and I don't want to look too far ahead, but those are things that you definitely think about.
In layman's terms, is there a way to explain what they're going to do in the surgery?
Yeah, I got to get a couple screws in there to fuse a couple bones together. So it's a subtalar fusion, which is a pretty big surgery and process, especially for, like I said, a 33-year-old man. So a lot of people that get this procedure done are a lot older than I am. But it's going to be a tough one for sure, but we'll see how it all shakes out.
Have the docs or anybody told you about athletes who have come back from it?
Hockey player-wise, not many, if any at all. So, they're doing their due diligence on the process and how to rehab things, and make sure I'm coming out of it feeling better. I think, most importantly, I'm going to feel better as a person, and from there, I'll see how it goes from a rehab standpoint. But like I said, I'm very comfortable with the people that are going to be leading me down that path.
How much did the injury kind of affect your day-to-day life away from the sport?
Yeah, that's like I just said. I'm going to feel better as a person, and I'm going to be able to carry my kids up and down the stairs, which I haven't been. I'm able to do it some days, but waking up, it's tough. So.
Yeah. So do you have a timetable for when you plan to have this done?
Next couple weeks.
you going to catch yourself around the rink still? I mean, as often as you can, maybe even, I don't know, in sort of a sense, kind of coaching the guys along, I guess. It's going to be kind of hard to pry yourself away from here, right?
Yeah, for sure. Sorry.
No, that's understandable.
I think that's, it's a big part of, like, the people that are around you, and like I said, the Blues have been amazing. My teammates have been great, so I'll be around for sure. That's what I've known and loved for so long, so.
Yeah, just how supportive have the guys been since, everything came to them, and they have been great with you, right?
Yeah, it's been, they've been great. And, like I said, it's kind of, that's all you know as a hockey player after Labor Day, to come to the rink and, do your job. And I think guys understand the impact and how heavy it can feel. So I have a great support staff here, and my teammates, the coaches have been amazing too. So especially knowing, how tough it's going to be, all the doors are going to be open, and I'll be around for sure. And like like I said, continue to rehab and, you know, keep moving forward.
What was the play where the initial fracture happens?
The end of the season, we played Tampa in the playoffs. I got kind of full speed shoved from behind going in the boards and lost my footing and fractured a few bones. So that was 2018, I think.
I could be way off. It might even be the wrong foot, ankle. But when you got hit pre-Christmas a couple years ago, did that have any impact?
Nah, none of those injuries, I don't think, impacted what's going on. I think the damage was done when the original one happened, so all the other broken bones in the foot and the ankles, they haven't really had much of an impact, I don't think. So.
And you've had a lot of injuries, but it seems like a lot of the pro sports athletes that we talk to, hockey players specifically, you wouldn't trade it for anything. I mean, this is what you knew you signed up for. You wanted to fight for your team. As you look at this situation, I mean, similar thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, our goal is to, you know, there's a lot of things that go into it, but you want to win a Stanley Cup, and, you know, I've had a chance to, you know, compete for, you know, I went to 2 finals, and you make the playoffs so many times, and you understand what comes with the job and all the injuries, and, you know, there's other things that obviously come into play, like, you know, making a living for your family and setting up your kids, and, yeah, you don't want to trade that. A lot of great memories, for sure.
How do you keep that same mindset that you've had your whole career and not think about, you know, the stuff that makes you emotional and just work on getting back?
Oh, I think that's, you know, I've had that conversation with lots of people, and I think, you know, I've always wanted my kids to watch me play and see, like, how hard I work, and I don't think, regardless of what you're doing, they're going to see that, even if it's away from the rink, how hard I work at, you know, being a parent or, you know, working on the house and doing stuff in the yard, like, you know, they're going to see that, and I think it's just in your DNA. So, yeah, it's tough, but the mental side of it's going to be just as tough as, you know, the physical side.
Torey, just what did the last 6 to 8 weeks look like in terms of trying to rehab it in a non-surgical way?
Well, like I said, you know, trying different things. For a while, you know, riding the bike was something that I could get away with and keep my conditioning level up. Wasn't able to do much dynamic stuff in the gym, so just try to skate more. Obviously give it some time to rest, and maybe, you know, being off it for a while would help, and it did for sure, but almost immediately when you try to come back into the gym and put the skates on, it was one of those things where, you know, you realize it wasn't going to work, and we had to make plans otherwise.
So it was pretty quick in that process, I guess, in that 6 to 8 week time frame. You just came to the realization we're going to have to do this surgically.
Yes and no. I mean, you always try to hold out hope that you know, you'd get healthy, and you know, obviously at some point you do have to commit to fixing it, and I have a date now for the surgery, and before I was just kind of holding out hope and trying to be honest as possible with the Blues, and obviously they had to do what they had to do, you know, signing guys and filling a spot on the D-corps, so just try to be upfront with everybody, but yeah, I was always just holding out hope to try to play.